Hey guys, welcome back. So, today we're going to be going over the entry widget. And basically, the entry widget is just an entry field where you can input text. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, we'll be going over the scrollbar widget as well, and we'll do some of the basic formatting options and stuff like that. So, to make the entry widget, let's quickly make a variable, as always. So, entry1, and then we'll have equal entry, and there we go. Then over here we can have all of our formatting options, and so let's quickly pack this so that we can see what it looks like. So entry1.pack, there we go. And then if we run the program, as you can see, we have an entry field, and we can type in text. So that's pretty much it. And now we're gonna go over some of the formatting options. So the first one is width. So it's kind of self-explanatory. So width is equal to, let's say, 30, and then you can regulate the width that way. As you can see, it's much bigger. We can make it, let's say, I don't know, 100. And yeah, so it's again a lot longer. I'll quickly remove this for now. I'll just set it to 30. And then we also have justify, and in this case we can use justify to position the text on on the left side, on the right side, or in the center. So let's say and by default justify is set to left. Let's quickly make it center, and then if we run the program, we have this over here, and then as you can see, this thing is in the middle. So once you start typing, it starts typing from the middle, so it's going to be centered. Then again, if we do a right, we will start typing from the right, over here. There we go. And so again, you can type from the right side. I'll quickly delete this for now. I'll delete this too, so that it's less cluttered. And then we have select foreground. It's over here, select foreground, and then you can have a color in here. So let's quickly make a red. And basically what this does is when you select the text inside of the entry widget, the color is going to be red. So let's say we have hello there, and then we select it. As you can see, it's red. So whenever we select the text, it becomes red. And then as always, we have the same thing except select background. Select background, and then let's make it blue. And then, and also you can use hex colors. Yeah. And then let's say we have something here. We have some text, and then there you go. When I highlight the text, the background color is blue and the foreground color is red. Now, we also have show, and it's pretty important when you're making, for example, a program where you need to log in. And so in that kind of a program, you want when the person is typing in their password, you don't want it to be visible. So in this case, we can use show. So basically, and then we can put a character into here. So in this case, let's do an asterisk, and let's quickly save it. And then whenever we type something in here, each character will show up as an asterisk. So if I type in hello, it's all asterisks, even though it still has a value of hello. And I'll show you a bit later how to get the value, or how to get the text that's inside of a entry widget. And then next up we have state, and so normal, active, or disabled. But in this case, I don't think active would do anything, so let's quickly make it disabled. And if it's disabled, we won't be able to write in it. As you can see, we can't type or even click on it. If it's active, I'm not sure what it will do. Let's quickly see. Yeah, there's no active state for it, so it doesn't apply for this. So the only two states are normal and disabled. So now let's start using the scroll bar. So let's say, for example, let's just have it like this, and then if we have a lot of text in here, so let's say hello, in this class we are going to go over whatever, right? And so as we keep on typing stuff, the text behind this, it just disappears, and we can't really scroll back. The only way to go back is to use, you know, your arrow buttons, arrow keys. And so we want a scroll bar for this. Let's quickly create a scroll bar by making a new variable. Oh, oops, what happened here? Scroll bar 1 is equal to scroll, and let's leave it like this, and then we'll do scroll bar 1.pack, and then it's supposed to be scroll bar. So scroll bar 1 is equal to scroll bar, and when we run this, we're gonna get this, and you can't move this scroll bar, and plus it's vertical, so we're gonna have to change that. And obviously you can't use it for this because it's not like attached to it. We have to attach it to the entry field, and for that we need to have some parameters in the scroll bar widget. We'll leave the entry widget empty for now. We'll add some things later. So we need to use the command parameter. And basically what the command parameter does in the scroll bar widget is it's basically what needs to be run every time the scroll bar is, you know, used or scrolled. So in this case it'll be entry1.xview. And what this does is, there we go. What this does is every time the scroll bar is scrolled, it needs to change the X view of the entry field. So if we scroll it, basically just needs to change the what we see on the X axis, you could say, yeah. And then if we were, technically we need to have something else here, so X scroll command is equal to, and then over here, scroll bar 1 dot set. So basically we're just attaching the scroll bar to this, that we can use the scroll bar with this. However, there's a big problem here. We're setting it to scroll bar 1 before scroll bar 1 has even been before the variable has even been made. So if we run this, we're gonna get an error. Scroll bar 1 is not defined. So in this case, we need to use the .config method. So I'll quickly delete that, and then we'll just have entry1.config, and then there we go. So since the variable has already been made over here, we can add this in to here. We do that, and then now, again, I have a typo. Entry 1. If we run this, hopefully it'll work. Oh yeah, plus we need to make it horizontal. So let's quickly type in some stuff. Hello, this is a Python 2 class. We are going to be learning, and then as you can see, we already have the scroll bar, and when we scroll it, this scrolls. So let's quickly change it to, for it to be horizontal. And for that, we have to go into here, into the scroll bar widget, and we just need to add orient. That's a new parameter, orient, and then either vertical or horizontal. In this case, it'll be horizontal, so horizontal. There we go. If we run this, alright, perfect. So let's just type in hello. I'll just type in some gibberish in here. So as you can see, you can use the scroll bar, and oops, yeah, and it's pretty small right now, so we need to make it so that it fills, like it sticks to both sides. So since we're using pack, we can use fill is equal to x, y. Okay, fill is equal to x plus y. Okay, no, I did the wrong thing. Yeah, fill is equal to x. There we go. As you can see, it has filled the whole, like, x-axis, you could say. So yeah, and when we drag it, it just keeps on filling in. So let's just put it normal, and then I'll just type in some gibberish, and then as you can see, the scroll bar appears once we go over like the character limit of a single line, and then you can just scroll, and then yeah, that's pretty much it for the scroll bar. Then the next thing we have is width for the scroll bar, and since I'm on a Mac, width doesn't work well. If you have Windows, you're in luck because you can use it. So I'll just quickly show you what happens when I do it on a Mac. So width is equal to, let's say, 20, and then here we go. I'm typing something. Oh, well, it works to some extent. So, but it just adds padding in between this scroll bar thing. Let's quickly make it 100 and see what'll happen. Yeah, so as you can see, it's already starting to glitch a bit. Not sure why it's not working. There we go. I just typed something. As you can see, yeah, it just glitched out, and it doesn't really work too well on Mac. So I'll quickly delete this for now. And then we'll do jump. And I'm not sure what you would need this for, but jump is, by default, it's set to 0. So if we do 0, nothing will literally change. If we type in hello, this is a Python 2 course, we are going to be learning whatever. And then when we try to scroll, it just scrolls normally. And so, as you can see, while you're scrolling the scroll bar, the text moves with it. And so if we were to set this to 1, it basically, you wouldn't be able to see what you're scrolling while you're scrolling it. It would jump to the text once you let go of the scroll button. So I'm just gonna, again, it's kind of glitchy. There we go. And then I'm gonna just, again, type in some stuff. Hello there. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, when I move it, you can't see the text moving. But however, when I let go, it just jumps. So it jumps towards the position where the scroll bar is. So yeah, if you use it, it'll be kind of confusing to scroll, because it'll be hard to scroll. So yeah, and then that's pretty much it for the scroll bar widget. There's not many more parameters for it. Obviously, there's a bunch of formatting options for it, but it's the same for every single widget. Now let's start with the various methods, and these are probably the most important for the entry widget. So let's say we have some text in the entry widget, and we have a button, and we want the text to be deleted every time we click the button. So what we need a button. So delete button, and then we'll set it to button. Text will be delete, so that we can show what we're doing. And then command is equal to, let's quickly make a new function, def delete text. There we go. And then we will just have, and the method is dot delete. And so that's pretty much it. So we have entry 1, which is the variable for the entry field, dot delete, and then what we need to have inside of these brackets is the start of what it's going to delete and the end. So if we want it to delete everything, we have 0 and then end. So delete basically everything. So 0 is the end index of the first character. As you know, indexes start from 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And end, which indicates just the last character, to the last character. And then let's quickly run this. Now, again, slightly glitchy. There we go. Hello. And then we click delete. There you go. It just deletes everything. And it doesn't matter how long it is, it deletes everything, since we have end over here. If we were to do, instead of end, we'd have index number 5, it would delete the 6th character. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll keep 7. That's weird. Oh yeah, because the 5th one, it doesn't delete the 5th index, or the character in the 5th index. It's not inclusive of the 5th index. Again, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's gonna delete these 5. So index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, and index 4 for this one. And if we click delete, there you go. The 5th index isn't deleted since it's over here, and it's not inclusive. It's exclusive. Now, the other parameter we have is .get. And .get is probably one of the most important, because we can use it to find, like, know what the text in the entry field is. So .get, and then let's quickly make a variable. So let's say text in field is equal to entry1, again the variable for the entry field, .get, and that's it. And then we'll have print text in field. So it'll print what's inside of the entry field. And then again, let's quickly change in this. So print text, and this. There we go. And then hello. Click print text. There you go. It prints what's in here. So if we do something else, so like 1, 2, 3, print text, it prints 1, 2, 3. And now let's go over the .insert method, and this is also pretty important. So we'll have the .insert method can be used to insert text into the entry field, and so this is pretty useful for programs, for example, calculators, where you want to insert different numbers into the text, into the entry field. So what we want this function to do is insert a word into the entry field. So let's say entry1 dot insert, and then what we need to have in here is, the first thing we need to have is the index number where it's going to be inserted. So in this case it'll just be 0, because we want it to be inserted at the start, and then whatever you want to insert. So you can put in a variable or whatever. In this case we'll just have a string, so let's say hello. Then if we run this, then when we click the insert text button, there we go, this gets inserted, and then if we just keep on clicking it, it'll keep on getting inserted. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There are many uses for this, and it's pretty important. Now, something else, another method we have is iCursor. And what iCursor does is, let's quickly do entry1.iCursor. And what it is it inserts the cursor before the given index. So let's say we want the cursor to be inserted before index 5. And then if we run this, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'll be inserted before index 5, so before 6. So hopefully it'll get inserted into here. There we go. It's pretty small, I'm not sure if you could see. But if I put it back here and I click this button, the cursor gets put in between 5 and 6. And so next up we have select clear, and basically what it does is it just clears what you have selected. It doesn't actually delete the characters, it just deselects everything. So select clear, and if we say this and then we run this, so let's say I just have some characters in here, then I have some of them selected, and then if I were to click this button, there we go, it gets deselected. Let me select this again, it just gets deselected. That's pretty much it. That's all that this method does. And we also have select present, and what it does is it returns a value whether something is selected or not. So it returns a boolean, so either true or false. Let's say print, let me just add this right here, and it'll either print true or false. So we have some text over here, ABC. We have nothing selected, and when you click this button, it says false over here. It outputs false. And if we have anything selected, it says true. Then we have select range. And so using this, you can select a range of characters using index numbers, obviously. So select range, and then index 0 to the end. So it'll select everything. Again, let me just have some numbers here, and then I click insert. Well, okay, the text here, we just haven't changed it, so if I click this button, it'll select everything. There you go, it selects everything, and then we'll quickly change this to, I don't know, we want it to select index 2 to index 7. Then we're gonna have, again, our numbers in here, and click this button, and there we go, it's selected the character in index 2 to the number before index 7. There we go. And if we do this again, it'll just keep on selecting it. Next up, we have select to, and this is, again, if we just leave this empty, nothing will happen because we need to have some stuff in here. So click insert text, there we get errors. We need to have an index in here. And let's say we have index 7, and we run this, and we have some text in here. What this will do is, if you can see, the cursor is after, I don't know, let's put it over here, after the number 9. It's gonna select everything up until index 7. So let's do this and we click this button, and there you go. It selects everything up until index 7. And if we do it from here, there you go. It selected everything up until index 7. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this class. In the next class, we'll be making a calculator program, and it'll be pretty fun. So yeah, see you guys.